Welcome back. Time now is 6:13. Let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Thomas Geboy. And Thomas, we're really seeing everything out there today. We got snow, flooding in some areas, wind.
Yep. And so we've had the increased runoff that's caused some flooding concerns. We have the avalanche concerns, as you mentioned. Today, temperatures are going to be well above average again, all for them to drop below average by tomorrow. So we're on a little bit of a weather roller coaster.
We really are.
So let's go ahead and get into the details. We'll start off with your weather headlines, which include warm and windy conditions as we go through today. And of course, we'll continue to watch the increased runoff, especially in the lower elevations. The avalanche concerns, they remain in northern Utah, not only for the mountains, but for the foothills as well. Cold front by tomorrow brings in those big changes. But talking about some of the flooding and the enhanced runoff, this was SR 73 in Utah County yesterday. This was shared via the Utah County Sheriff's Office. And you can see some of the flooding on the roadway there where SR 73 did have to get closed for a while due to that flooding that we saw there. And then this was sent in by our very own Mike Stringfellow. This is normally a dry creek in Bountiful, but it is flowing high and it's flowing fast. So you're probably seeing views like this, especially in some of those normally dry creeks, as that runoff is working its way downstream. So we'll be keeping a very close eye on that as we go through today, as temperatures will once again be above our average. The only flood watch in our area is in northeast Nevada. This will continue through tonight, and there's actually a flood warning for snowmelt runoff on the edge of Elko County and Eureka County, and that's going to continue through 2 o'clock Pacific time. But at this particular point, there are no flood watches, warnings, or advisories for Utah, southeastern Idaho, or southwestern Wyoming. But as we have seen, that doesn't necessarily mean that flooding is impossible, because those rivers will be running high, swift, and cold. Primarily in the lower elevation, slot canyons may be inundated with runoff, especially in southern Utah. So something to keep in mind if you're heading to any of the Mighty Five. Probably want to avoid any slot canyons. So make sure that you clear deep snow from your foundations, clear those drainage paths, and stay up to date. We have a whole list of stories on our website, abc4.com, if you're concerned about your particular flooding risk. But now going to the avalanche risk, it does remain high in our northern Utah mountains and foothills. The avalanche warning continues through 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. Make sure you're avoiding any slopes over 30 degrees. The combination of a high sun angle, warm temperatures, and windy conditions will make for widespread areas of unstable wet snow prone to wet slides. So the avalanche danger does remain high once again. It's important to note, though, that the avalanche warning does not include the ski areas, as they do avalanche mitigation in those spots. Here's a look at the bigger picture with the satellite and radar. High pressure moving away to the east, low pressure coming into the Pacific Northwest. A weak front has moved its way in now. Not going to cause too many issues as we go through today, but as it gets more energy from this upper level low pressure coming in by tomorrow, that's when we'll see the cooler temperatures move in, and that's when we're going to really be looking at a better chance of seeing some wet weather. In the meantime, we're just going to see those increasing clouds and increasing winds, but those increasing clouds leading to a spectacular view from Park City Mountain. So you have those high cirrus clouds above. You also have the half moon out there this morning. And we have a decent amount of cloud coverage in Bryce Canyon in southern Utah. But once this camera goes from black and white to show the full color of the sunrise with that cloud coverage, likely going to be a beautiful sunrise to start this Wednesday morning. We're sitting at 66 degrees in Salt Lake City. That's above where we should be for a daytime high. So it's a pretty warm start to the morning. Not going to be a bad day to take your dog for a walk. Windy by this afternoon. We'll see temperatures in the 70s. So again, not going to be a bad day to take your pup for a walk. But those daytime highs coming in well above our averages. Once again, 61 in Logan, 75 degrees in Salt Lake and the Wasatch. Back daytime highs near 60, 69 degrees in Cedar City, and 84 in St. George. So temperatures are above average once again today. Just won't be quite as warm compared to yesterday. And a lot of that's thanks to that extra cloud coverage. And by this afternoon, maybe a slight chance for some wet weather in the northwestern corner of our area. But as that low pressure begins to approach, you'll see the chance for wet weather, especially in northern Utah, will be increasing by tomorrow morning. Mainly going to be valley rain and mountain snow, but as that colder air moves in, some of our northern valleys could see at least times of straight snow before tomorrow afternoon and evening. The best chance moves into eastern Utah. And then as we go into Friday, we could see some residual showers left over in the northern portion of the state, but those are mainly going to be isolated in nature. But temperatures on our Friday will still be staying on the chilly side of things, and you'll see just the drastic change in our temperatures here on the 7-day forecast, where in St. George we get 84 for a high today. Windy conditions, increasing clouds, and we'll see partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies by tonight. Into tomorrow, a daytime high tomorrow only of 71 degrees, but temperatures will begin to rebound. We'll be back into the low 80s by this upcoming Sunday. Then along the Wasatch front, low to mid 70s for today, but only upper 40s for a high tomorrow. Chance for rain and snow showers. And if we do see snow in our valleys, not expecting anything too significant, maybe a couple of minor accumulations up towards Cache Valley. But for our Friday, low 50s, then it's low 60s on Saturday and back in the 70s by Sunday into Monday of next week.